Have you ever made a decision that you knew was right and then spent days wondering if you made the right decision? Start second guessing yourselves, wondering, did I make a mistake? Was this the wrong decision? And then you've got all of this going through your mind that is counter opposite of the decision you made. You start to feel bad about it. And then you're really thinking, I should change my decision and go back on it. I just want to share with you that some of the best decisions I have made in life have been the hardest ones that I've ever made. And at times, they've hurt other people's feelings. Okay. Or maybe they've even hurt for myself making that decision and walking out that decision. So let me explain a little bit why. Making the right decision can actually feel wrong, but it's still the best for you. Okay. And I'll give you some examples, just of probably what can happen in general life with people, so that it makes sense to people. So at times, maybe you're making a decision to leave, say, a toxic relationship, or you're changing your career because maybe it's best for you in your interest and you've been there a long time. People don't want you to leave. You love your colleagues. You love, what you're doing, but it's in your best interest to maybe change careers because, it's a better opportunity for you. Maybe it's a more stabilized career for you. Maybe it's something that you're more passionate about. Whatever it is, maybe it's a better financial decision for you. And that is, other people are upset about it, don't understand it. The same can go with breaking off a toxic relationship, or maybe setting up healthy boundaries within a family structure that has some toxicity in it. That is kind of a big one for a lot of people. There's a lot of family dynamics and situations that have a lot of crazy triangulation, unhealthy structure, unhealthy boundaries, and then you start realizing those. You want to set up healthy boundaries, you want to have limitations on things, and then your family's pushing against you, counter opposite of that. And it's easier for you to fall back into old patterns, especially when other people are pushing you to do so, than to walk out your new decision. Okay. And you will feel uncomfortable. It'll be hard. It's not going to be easy. And even your brain will prefer the other way. Okay. And the reason being is that your brain likes the normality. It'll feel safe. Your feelings will feel safer, even though you're on a roller coaster, when it's those situations of family dynamics or situations that are unhealthy, or unhealthy relationships that you're breaking off. Your feelings will, they'll feel real, and they are real. Feelings are real, and you need to recognize them. But that doesn't mean that they're reliable. Okay. It doesn't mean that they're always truthful, and it doesn't always necessarily mean that it's in the best interest of your health. Okay. And I'm talking like whole health. Like my whole channel is all about designing your life and being healthier. Okay. In every aspect of your life, and growing as an individual. Right. And that's why I've called my channel Designing Your Life. You're designing your life for you to be the best person that you can be. And when you allow at times your feelings to dictate your decisions, they're not reliable. Feelings are not always reliable, right? Because they will sometimes bend you into an untruth. I don't even know how to really say that, whether it's a truth or an untruth or what that really is. But what I can say is that, say in a situation where you're with a family and you have some unhealthy family dynamics going on, and you are trying to set up healthy boundary systems. Okay. And you're trying to set clear boundaries, maybe expectations, whatever it is. And you're used to those boundaries being pushed, and you're used to the family pushing it. Maybe there's, unhealthy things happening. And then you you fall back into that because your feelings are saying to you, okay, I'm hurting, whatever it is, my sister, my mom, my brother, my children, because I'm saying no. And a good example with this, that comes off the top of my head is, say you have a child that is always borrowing money from you, and then eventually your child's an adult, still borrowing money from you. At what point does a parent say, okay, I'm not going to keep empowering this? You have to learn to budget. You have to learn to manage on your own. You have to learn to grow up and be an adult. But it's easier, instead of setting those boundaries and being harsh, it's almost easier for the parent to keep falling into that pattern. Okay. And that happens with people that are struggling with children that are addicted to drugs or whatever it is, or you're enabling an unhealthy lifestyle, or maybe there's just some unhealthy dynamics that you've empowered in your family dynamics. And as you are choosing to set up boundaries and change those, it's not going to be comfortable. It's not going to feel good. It's not going to feel right. Okay. And so you need to acknowledge those feelings. You need to identify those feelings. You need to say, I respect those feelings, and process those feelings and work those out. But you can't change your decision that is right off of that. Okay. You can't go back. Because every decision has some kind of loss in it, right? Even if it's for the good, you're choosing to move forward. It means that you're giving something up, whether it's comfort or security or old habits or expectations, whatever those are. And you need to just acknowledge that this is normal. This is what I need to walk through to be better in the future. And again, I don't want to keep going back to, a scenario, but if you're in an unhealthy relationship and you're breaking that unhealthy relationship off, this would be critical of that, because you're giving up the comfort and security of that. Even if it is an unhealthy dynamic, there still is some comfort and security in that, right? Leaving a job, maybe your job's unhealthy and you have another opportunity and you're moving forward, even though the people that you work with, it's comfortable, it feels good. You're still giving that up and changing something. And growth isn't ever comfortable. Growth is always uncomfortable. And I think that's why most people don't like to grow. They don't think about, how do I become a better person? How do I actually be a mature adult? How do I make good decisions? Because it requires for you to be uncomfortable, to be honest with yourself, and to grow. Because you're growing into a new version of you. And that's about designing your life and becoming a better person every single day. And the other thing is I would say you need to judge your decisions on your values. And your values could be changing, not on your emotions. Okay. And you're not just designing it on the values that maybe you have today, because you might not even know what your values are. But you need to ask yourself, who do I want to be? Who do I want to become? Where do I see myself in 2 years, 3 years, 5 years? And not just with, I'm going to be career oriented. I'm going to make $1 million. I'm going to do this. No, who do you want to be inside? What do you really want to be known for? And does that reflect my values? Right? I want to be grateful for this year. This is what I want my future to look like. So I would just want to encourage you, if you're making hard decisions right now that are right, press into those. Align your values. If you don't know what your values are, stop and process about what those values are. What do you really value? And you'll know what you value sometimes by looking where you spend money, where you spend your time, what you truly love, because you can think you value one thing, but where your values lies will show very clearly. And I've had other videos about that you can go back and listen to. And if you look at that and go, well, I don't want to be that person, then change your values. Start changing your decisions so that your values will become different. Think of values that you want. So I just want to leave you with that. If you're going through a tough time right now, you've made a right decision. If it feels wrong, stick with it. You can do it. You can walk this out. Let the uncomfortable be okay. Just say, it's okay to be uncomfortable as I walk through this. this is the right decision. Take a deep breath. Realize other people have walked this too. We've all made tough decisions and had to walk them out. All right. So I hope that you like this. If you do, please like, subscribe, leave me a comment, whatever it is. These are just my thoughts for you today. I just wanted to share them with you. Yeah, I'm under my tree. It's summer here in beautiful British Columbia. So I'm kind of hiding under my tree here to kind of get a better video shot. So anyway, enjoy your day. Take care. Live your life, design your life the way you want it to be. Take care.